Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, Restored Content Mod, version 1.8, with me, Get Daved. Well, that's probably all the talking we're going to have in this episode. Yay! Alright, in the last segment, Caliber did the new M478 planet, and yep, it had some voice acting in it. In this one, you guys have seen all the travel animations. Let's just cut to the chase. Cut to the exciting part on Ondoron, where we are flying. Or we are not flying. It looks like we're just sitting still in space.
Well, this is Ondoron. Looks like there's a long line to get into the ISIS starport.
Ooh, waiting in line.
Something feels wrong here. A great disturbance here in orbit, and again on the planets below.
I guess
Very
this blockade
ambiguous.
is a symptom of larger problems on Ondoron.
If they decide to do a cargo search, we're gonna be in trouble.
Looks like we're about to find out.
Who's
I'm receiving a
blockading
message
it?
from some Colonel Tobin. Patching it through.
The Ebon Hawk. I was told to expect your arrival. I don't know your business on Ondoron, but it ends here.
Way to not move when they said that, Atten. We're going to kill you. Alright, I guess we'll start
We've
the
taken
engine.
some hits. We can try to fight back, or I can outrun them and hide us on the jungle moon nearby. It's your call.
Okay, yeah, let's try manning the turret. It's been a while since I did this. I hope the controls are reversed. Yep. Alright. This is no fun. Can I change it now? No, I can't. Oh, why did I learn nothing? Curse you, mirrored axis. You aren't a shooter. Alright. We're just gonna focus on some very simple motions. I wonder if I were to like do this upside down in my chair, if that would make the space make sense. Alright. Alright. Some good work fighting them off, everybody. Well, that was fun.
I can't keep us in one piece much longer. Sorry to spoil your fun, but we've got to land now. I'm gonna put us down on that jungle moon.
That's alright, I knew this was coming. On a suicide trajectory, that's not how you're going to slow down entering a planet's atmosphere. Full-on nosedive.
You know, just once I wish someone was glad to see us. But no, if it isn't weapons pointed at our heads, it's someone trying to blast us out of the sky.
Which is kind of like having a weapon pointed at you.
Used to mean something, without being followed by blaster bolts.
No one's ever welcomed you, Atten. Okay.
Looks like one of the moons of Ondoron. Not sure which one. It's mostly jungle and mountain.
Didn't you
I
just
did pick up
spend
the
time
remains of an
flying
old
towards
outpost
it?
near here. Maybe that's why there's all these clearings around. Maybe they were once settlements.
There were no settlements here. Those clearings were most likely once craters or crash sites.
Crash sites.
This is Dxun, where the Mandalorians began their crusade against the Republic. The remains of whatever outposts you detected here are military ones. We should be careful.
This
But-
is where the Mandalorian War started? This doesn't look like much of a battlefield.
Much is buried here, and there is much that should remain buried.
Okay.
It's taken a little damage. Nothing too serious. I'm shutting down all unnecessary systems until we make repairs. It'll keep us from being a target.
I find it odd that there were military outposts for a major war, and there's no settlements. I mean, typically, sooner or later, some form of commerce will you know, pick up. Some sort of, you know, spaceport.
Until the ship is repaired, we're not going anywhere. Unless you can find another route to Ondoron, we should sit tight.
There may be a means to get to Ondoron by another route. The Force has guided us here for a reason. We should explore our surroundings. There is something here.
Something? Oh, there's something here, all right. Predators. Not small flit darters, but big, mean, nasty predators.
You don't even know where we are.
Explore our surroundings, and that nearby outpost would be as good a place as any to begin.
Alright.
Well, if you go, be careful. No telling what other ships were forced down in the battle.
I have a feeling the ship will not be repaired until our business here is concluded. Do I make myself clear?
Yeah, I understand. What's so important about this place?
This is where the Mandalorian Wars began. She fought here once, and there are things here she must see.
She fought here? Why didn't she say anything?
Do you speak of all your battles? Or are there some you wish to forget?
Alright. So now we're on Dxun. We're on Duck, the moon. No Atten. That's too bad. Wow, level 24, that's pretty good. It's tempting to bring Kreia along. We have 8 million Jedi Sentinels, so we won't be bringing one of them. Oh. Bao-Dur is the only Jedi Guardian in the mix. That's pretty interesting. Well, aside from the Exile, or who's an upgraded Jedi Guardian. Alright, I guess we'll go with the Kreia and Visas combo, which you can order at Wendy's for $3.99.
My life.
Level up. Super 2-weapon fighting. Okay, we should probably do something to help her out in that regard. She has the non-lightsaber right now, but she also has super high dexterity and finesse lightsabers, so should probably do something about that. Well, this is 20 more hit points. It's not a terrible choice. I think we'll go that way. And she is super light side now. So we'll stick with the light side powers. Oh my goodness. The experience points, they're overwhelming. Energy resistance is really good, and we haven't been using it at all, but it's actually an amazing power. For some reason, I feel like... Oh, increasing Constitution. Gots to get to 14 to at least start getting the good implants. Yeah, I wish I'd remembered that sooner in the LP, that you want to get every character to at least 14. Master Jedi Defense. Well, that's something. Alright, so we've got pretty good support coming from Visas. I know Matt did some pretty intense work on the Disciples weapon, lightsaber. There we go. Yeah, we're just gonna head back to the Ebon Hawk for one quick batch of upgrading. Seeing as the last time I was recording, it was on a major...
I've still got repairs to finish up here. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Might as well explore the area and see what's out there.
Don't you boot me off my ship.
Oh, it's nothing too complicated. It'll just take a while. Unless you want to be crammed in an access hatch with me.
Do not cram me in the access hatch.
Suit yourself. You don't know what you're missing.
Got that right. Remember the layout, Dave. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, so we just need to, I guess we're gonna hook Visas up with, let's see what we can do. One of these is on the Exile, the other one's on Disciple. Ooh. Someone has a white lightsaber. Excitement. Okay, hold on a minute here. Who's got all the good stuff? Okay, Atten has a double. That's okay. Krea's got the silver one that doesn't really have a whole lot going for it. And Disciple's got an insane one. Okay. I'm okay with Atten getting one of our good lightsabers, actually. We'll just give Visas 2. You could make the case, more so in KOTOR 1, that 2 lightsabers were better than 1. I feel like it's a bit weaker in this game, just because there's a lot more ways to increase your stats. Hold on a minute here. I believe this is the Exiles one? Yeah. Massive criticals. F that. Always prioritize the Exiles weapon, even the offhand one that we're not likely to use. Put all those eggs in one basket. I mean, that's not a bad... The Opala Crystal's not bad. Pontite, super good. Oh, this is the short lightsaber. Ah, jeez. I just need to make sure that we have all the best stuff in the main hand weapon, that's all. Alright. Fencing emitter. And it does make a certain amount of sense to get your boosts in the offhand weapon. So if you had like attribute boosting items, this would be the place to do it. Such as your blaster bolt deflection. Which we will immediately undo with this. Whatever, we ended up ahead. I don't remember there being a lot of droids on Dxun. Probably M478 would have had more robots. This is more of a jungle, but this is almost useless. So yeah, we'll go this way. Alright, so she's got one pretty good lightsaber and then one that is pretty much a piece of crap. But it's a start. Actually, I guess we could try making something. We have virtually no components. Alright, well, it was a good talk. Upgrade items. There's also Krea's lightsaber. We might as well try doing something. Defense -1 and a 25% chance to stun on DC 10. That will never, ever happen. We could possibly play this entire game without that ever occurring once. Alright. Fake wussy old Krea.
Yes, my life is yours.
Alright, I'd like to start with Shichu. Actually, no, we could even keep her on Force Body. Or Force Channel, pardon me. And just change her off of Jedi Support to Aggressive. And we should be okay now. With no weapon, she does 9 to 30 because of Unarmed Specialist, but also that's only one attack. whereas we'll get 2 this way, or at least a bonus attack would maybe be a better way of expressing it. And nice high damage. I think we're ending up ahead this way. And now, let's get on with it. The Exile's armor won't be quite as effective for us here. I wonder if Istis can use Jedi armor, and if it changes her appearance. This is just a quick curiosity for me. No. Okay. She can just use this really terrible gear. There we go. So yeah, all that energy resistance is probably not going to be too helpful against all the melee enemies here, but you know what, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's just quick save, a lot's happened. And this game, though being completely bug-free, can occasionally crash. Canop. The Prince of Canop.
What is it?
Okay, this is bad. We've been playing a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV when the game is permitted. So, I may be using some slightly different controls. Some sort of mall rat is up there. Now, I don't know this for a fact, but I think Dxun might be the first moon or planet you're supposed to go to. I think you're supposed to start with Ondoron and finish off with Korriban with Nar Shaddaa before that. So we've almost done things in the hardest possible order. Yep. Negate that ranged advantage. Anyway, the end result is we might be able to cut through all the enemies here like a hot knife through some very weak enemies. Alright, exploration looks good. Obligatory walk around Ebon Hawk complete. And one sec, I have to fix this right now. What's this game's problem? Alright, there we go. Now it controls like every other game. They had the mouse set up like it's a flight stick. I don't know. I believe that's a change I made it like during the first video or before it. So it's kind of my own fault, but yeah. Certain things that are logical when you're using yeah, whatever. Disruption gloves.
My life is here.
Gotta get used to hitting E instead of tab. Pro tip, everybody. I just shot at something. Now's not a good time.
That ship may have landed nearby, though. Or it may be on the other side of the moon. So you might want to prepare for another friendly Ondoron welcome.
Okay, I guess that was helpful news.
This shall not stop us for long.
What the heck? Oh, Knights of the Old Republic 2. I think I will have, if we divide the recordings the way I expect we will, Matt will get a chance to do Ondoron. I will do most of the events here. Well, I'll do all of the events on Dxun. And then I'll end up doing sort of a spaceship segment. I don't want to give too much away. So I might save some of my thoughts on the game for then, but one of the negative complaints I have is that the game does sort of make it hard to do things. Right on. So the shotguns are more effective at close range. Think? I know they look like handguns. Okay.
Still working on the repairs, and I have to take down some systems, including sensors. The have to do without me for a while.
Oh no.
You're crushed.
No, stop. We love you. Ha! He twitched. Alright, force recognition looks like the Zug brothers. More like the Thug brothers. Alright, we will just use the 4-speed, and use the 4-speed, Luke, and round the corner. I wonder if I explored the other path, if I would get a chance to, I'm sure we better exchange information here. I'm really surprised we didn't find a diplomatic solution there. I had full confidence that we'd reach a middle ground. Also, whatever. I'm pretty sure the game does have an explanation as to why the bounties are still on, even though Goto is working with me. I don't know if I would exactly say that he's working for me. I would say that Goto's a jerk. Our ship is damaged. Oh wait, Atten's just faking that he can't repair it on time anyway. Because we have a MacGuffin. There's a MacGuffin for the exile on this planet. Piercing dart. Still, I don't know, I thought I might be able to get the parts we need from the enemy ship. That'd be a rehash of something they did in the previous game. Not that that's the end of the world. Oh man. I guess there probably wasn't much of a path back there. And we can probably explore it later. It looks like it was just a nook, but the sort of nook that might have a treasure. Oh, well, it's just a randomized drop.
Let the ship escape. I will deal with your failure later, Captain. But for now, find that ship. Our ally has indicated that the Jedi hasn't left the system yet. Send a detachment to Dxun. If you find anything, alert me immediately. Now get out of my sight.
There's a traitor? Who do I trust the least? Which, by the way, is a great game to play at family gatherings. Oh. We've heard that before. I've also heard systems failing. Yeah. Yep. I thought they'd disappear after. Oh well. What to do with the exile here? Oh, never mind. I was thinking we were going to get a stat bonus. Well, never mind. There are 0 interesting choices to make. Inner strength 3. Wait. This whole time? Superior 2-weapon fighting is kind of tempting. In the comments section, one long-time watcher always was freaking out because I have been describing superior 2-weapon fighting and always clicking on this. Anyway. Well, I mean, precise shot. will never hurt. 1 power. I kind of want to start boosting some of the our buffs, our supply of buffs, because the light side superpower uses all of them. Yeah, defense and all saving throws, +6 to that can be pretty good. We'll go with that. We are not going to use it much right now. We will use it a ton later on.
You are no match for us.
Alright. Just gonna look longingly at these remains. Deflector Mark III. We actually have some really good droid stuff. I tend not to use them much in this game because, I don't know, I always like the human characters more. But, we have some really good gear.
That is not the skeletal remnant of a war long past. That is a recent kill. It appears that Dxun isn't as abandoned as we would be led to believe. Soon you shall know.
I think now is a bad time. We'll just let Visas keep fighting there.
Cannot say for certain. What I do know is our path came here for a reason. But let us press forward. You may find the answers you seek.
I love how we just hung her out to dry. Alright, fine. You've done your time. I've paid my dues. Mandalorian Heavy Blaster. That may have some real worth to me. Anything short of high-grade explosives. We will probably find some of those verbatim shortly. I have a feeling I'm gonna end this first episode here because I think there's a fire, everybody. And animals don't make fires. So, debate that in the comments section. And, yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. I think something's gonna happen. See you there.